Alright, welcome to part 2. In this video, I will be covering how to create and search through various databases in the Gematrinator. In previous versions, you had to import a database into the file to make it searchable, but this is no more. Now, all you'll need to do is open the database in Excel and keep the file open while the Gematrinator is running. So in here, I'll run a search, and as you see, nothing shows up below the calculated results. I'm going to open my Gematrinator folder and navigate to the Databases subfolder, and for this example, I'll use the database of numbers. As soon as this file is open, the Gematrinator will begin listing matches it finds in it. You can open as many of these as you want, and the files can be as large as your computer can handle. What this means is that the 350,000 line dictionary file I posted from the original version is now searchable like any other database. You can also combine multiple databases into one Excel file. Each individual tab will be treated as its own searchable database. Please note each database must have word or phrase listed in cell A1 or it will not be recognized. This version contains two more rows underneath the reduced results. The first row contains data showing how many matches were made. The first number shows how many matches were made in that particular cipher, and the second number counts the rest. The number in the row below that shows how many words in the active databases have their value in that specific cipher calculated. Please note there is a maximum number of results, and this cell will turn red when it's reached. To manage your databases, hit Ctrl-D from the Gematria tab, or click Edit Databases from the search menu. Each database you have open will populate in both of these boxes you see here. To exclude one of them from a search, just click its name to remove the highlight from the left box. Databases will be searchable by default upon opening. Towards the bottom, the Edit Database button will bring up a new menu that gives you two options. The first is Regenerate. This function will take all of the words from the selected database and repopulate the table with the results from each of the selected ciphers. So let's say, for instance, you've built up a large database, but you only have been saving the reduced and ordinal values. After going in and selecting additional ciphers, the Regenerate button will rebuild the entire database and include the results from each activated cipher with just one click. With this feature, you are able to update any databases you've created in previous versions of the Gematrinator with the results from the new ciphers. The second button on the form allows you to begin a brand new database from scratch. Click Create New and you'll get a menu asking you which workbook you want to add the database to and a prompt for its name. Click Create and you will see the new blank database appear. To enable saving a search to the new database, just go back to the Database menu and highlight it from the menu on the right. Once you return to the main page, you can add the search by clicking the Save button or hitting F1 from the search form. Save something you didn't want to? Just click Delete or hit F4 from the search form. The row containing data for the phrase you entered will be removed from all the databases you have designated for saving. When there are active databases, words or phrases whose gematria sums to the same value as the search entry will appear in the below list. If blue and underlined, it matches the search entry using the same cipher. Regular text indicates a word or phrase whose sum equates to that number in a different cipher. You will only be given results in ciphers you have selected. For instance, the word 3 sums to 336 in Sumerian, and 4 will show up as a match because it sums to 336 in Jewish gematria. However, unselecting the Jewish cipher from the menu will prevent this match from appearing the next time. To run a search for any matched phrases, simply double-click it. This works for any of the results numbers displayed as well. Entering a number instead of a word or phrase will find all matches in each selected cipher. So let's say you've run a search and find some interesting matches below. You now have the ability to export a list of all matched values and their sums in each active cipher. This is easy to do. Anytime you've completed a search that results in matches, just click the Export Matches button. Similar to how databases work, you just select which workbook you want to save the new file to. You can change the name of the tab as well if you wish. After clicking Export, you will get a page that looks similar to the databases. Here, however, the second row will display the word or phrase you entered, and below that, cells containing a number matching one of those values will be highlighted. A match to the result in the same cipher will be highlighted green. Before wrapping up, let's take a quick look at the List tab. This is almost identical to the previous version. Here you can type or paste a virtually unlimited number of words or phrases into column A. After verifying the databases you will be saving these results to, simply click Calculate All, and all of your results will be added, making them immediately searchable. As I've said before, the more capable you are with Excel, the more you can get out of this feature. As an example, I'll go to Wikipedia here, and copy this table that contains the name of every nation in the world. In a new blank Excel file, I'll right-click cell A1, select Paste Special, and select Text. Normally, Excel will recognize the different table columns and split them up for you. However, you may need to do this manually. If you see that the entire table was copied to just one column, highlight that column and go to Data and Text to Columns. By using the Tab delimiter, Excel should be able to split this data up, allowing you to select the column containing only the country names. Copy this data and paste it into the top cell of the Gematrinator's List tab. Click Calculate All, and every value in the list will be calculated and added to the selected database. Just like that, the countries will now appear in your search results. Just make sure to save any database files you're editing before closing them. Alright, that wraps up part 2. Move on to part 3 for details on the date calculator and the date list page.